already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we...
All right, Coach, as you'd expect for a late-season contest in this part of the country, chilly temps in the forecast here at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
We play to win. Let's go! Down! 180!
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down. Here's Trubisky. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. They'll run on second down with Cohen. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Mike by 4, Mike by 4, Mike by 4.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. This one into the hands of Hurd. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open, and when you read zone, You've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Trubisky will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 13 yards out. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. Let's get it now. Let's get it right now. Hey, yo, hey, go gun, go gun, go gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 12 at the 17-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the front call.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check. Yellow.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Spencer. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give right side. It's Spencer. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Right side.
And to give this time to the tailback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He may try and run. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
That's what I'm talking about.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Attack.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. After the interception, here's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky, wide open receiver, complete. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, 57.
Check 50.
On 1st down, Spencer. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
I'm going to run you over.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Yellow. 43.
Begin to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
Shit. Take 4.
Yellow.
Alpha.
Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Easy.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Watch the run. Slam.
Hey, 57 colors.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike,
they'll run on first down. It's Spencer. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 2nd and a yard, Trubisky. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Check pass, check pass.
That one complete to Hill. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And again, it's Mahomes. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On second and a couple, Trubisky completes it to Miller. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Keep playing hard. Let's get it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. It's caught. It's Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Roquan Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Switch. And 58 is a yellow. Bravo. Watch the boot. 58's the mic. 58.
Right side.
Mahomes now to throw. Now he steps away. He is going to find Hill here. 21 yards there on third down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get in the weight room.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Watch the run.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Spencer. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
49, check 49, check 49.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Spencer. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Nance. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Coming this way, here we go.
On second down, it's Vaughn. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Come on, baby. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
They'll run on first down. Spencer. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and 11 at the 11-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 14 yards into Chicago 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. But we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Attack, attack! Attack!
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Spencer. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Yellow! There's a line!
Oh, you got deep?
Watch 15.
Watch out. Hey, 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
I don't need to.
Orbit.
All right, go. All right,
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
On first down, it's Spencer. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Yellow. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
15. Easy.
Watch that.
15.
They'll keep it on the ground. Spencer. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Spencer. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Check.
Attack! Come back! Attack!
Check 43!
They'll keep it on the ground. Spencer. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Check 53. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Spencer trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Yellow.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Let him know. Let him know.
On 3rd down, it's Spencer. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly